It's me, Marina. Welcome back to Authentically Me UK. I thought I'd do just a quick intro to the video that I'm about to share with you. It's called Skinny Girl, and it was filmed on the 13th of June 2023, a day before total hip replacement surgery. In the video I talk about how I identify as a woman, as a body size, and I guess I think this is a good conversation starter around body image. And lots of people have difficulties, and I guess, oh gosh, I don't know how controversial this might sound, but I feel quite strongly that skinny girls have problems too. Let me explain, and I hope the video will help to explain. Some people comfort eat when they're stressed. I don't. I lose my appetite totally. For me, food has only ever been fuel anyway, so that helps. I don't have an emotional connection, but hey, we've all got our poison. There is no judgment here, and I completely empathize with anyone that struggles. I guess what my message is just because I look so slim, and it doesn't mean that I'm always comfortable in my own skin either. And so I feel quite vulnerable in this space because I think skinny girls probably, it's incredibly raw. My house is filthy, by the way, so it's not something I would have chosen to share, but I think the message is important. So I'm putting myself out there in the spirit of authenticity and the spirit of saying, do you know what? Sometimes it's tough, and that's all right. Just look after yourself through it, and hopefully I can give you some guidance on how I did it, how it might work for you, and you could maybe give me some tips. And that's the hope, as I say. So back to Skinny Girl. You'll see from the video that I am really underweight, and so for me personally, what happened is obviously I had the stress of life and everything that was going on. I also had a very stressful job, and coming out of work felt I managed a team, so coming out of work felt like I was letting people down. I found that very hard. So I already was in that space, and I had to come off HRT 4 weeks before the operation. I think it's something to do with anaesthetic. Needless to say, I wasn't going to mess about with that, so I did exactly what I was asked to do. What I didn't know until I spoke to the anaesthetist, actually, when I went for my surgery, was it was likely the HRT that kind of impacted, and I was stressed and depressed, and my body type as well, as I've explained. So there was a bit of a catalogue going on there. But the morning I got for surgery, I think the nurse came in and weighed me, and she said, "Oh, you've lost more weight since the surgery." And I knew, I was 50 kilo. I mean, that's horrendous. When I was training, I was 62 kilo, eating 2,200 calories a day. But the poor nurse, when she told me, I was so aware of how I looked. I couldn't look at myself. This video is the first time that I looked at myself. I say that in there anyhow. But I knew. So I was eating like soya oat milk smoothies with 60 grams of peanut butter, a whole banana. I mean, these were like, 750 calories a hit. And I was doing 2 of those a day before I got anything else in me. That was a bonus. I was already 1,500 calories up. And so I was really hitting it. And you'll see that in some of my other videos. Yeah, because of that, this poor nurse, she weighed me. And I said, no, the scales are wrong. And I made her go and get me a second set of scales to double check, because I was adamant. No, you don't realise I've been eating like a small pony. Like I know how I look. Yeah, so that was very difficult. And then my panic was because I was having OxyContin and fentanyl, I think, as the medicinal uses for my surgery, which apparently are really good drugs for hip replacement, because when you have a joint replacement, you need to get walking on it. The sooner you start using it, the better your chances of it being a success are. And if you go under a general, certainly in the UK. I can't speak for anywhere else, but this is how it was explained to me, not I'm a doctor. But if you go into have a general, it takes you longer to come round from that, and the risk of falls higher because you're not with it. And so using these drugs, I think it was fentanyl to do the op, and then when I came round, they gave me an OxyContin in preparation for the fentanyl to wear off. Funny story, I open my mouth and then I engage my brain. As soon as they said fentanyl to me, I have watched way too much YouTube. I was like, oh, I've seen that on YouTube. That's stuff like could kill elephants, isn't it? It's I went whittering away in my pre-op before thinking, just stop. But yeah, as you're probably picking up, that's who I am really. So then I was terrified. I was like, get the anaesthetist back. What's he got my weight as? He's gonna kill me. I'm less like I'm gonna OD. Oh my goodness, total amdram that I am. But yeah, so really difficult. And yeah, I'm still working on my body identity, as I've said. So without further ado, I give you Skinny Girl. I hope you enjoy. Thanks. Okay, so a quick log to kind of show this is one day before having my hip replaced tomorrow. I'm probably the thinnest I've ever been for forever. This is kind of a continuation of the point that for someone who lives with chronic illness, I believe that the answer is diet and exercise. And that sounds impossible to anyone living with symptoms that just impact on their daily life and give you fatigue and all this stuff that goes with it. And yeah, I acknowledge that compared to some people, I'm standing here before you, my symptoms are probably mild to moderate. And my diagnosis is hypermobility syndrome, osteoarthritis, and I acquired fibromyalgia 2013, something I still struggle with. That's for another day. Anyhow, so I'm going to start this journey again. So 12 years ago, I embarked really reluctantly on a diet and fitness plan, more at the assistance of my husband, who'd kind of lost all tolerance with me at that point and was frustrated that he's obviously always been a gym goer and was wholly frustrated. God, this mirror is filthy, isn't it? Or is that my phone? I'm not up there. Anyway, housework's the least of my freaking worries right now. This is it. I'm starting again. So I didn't document this journey from the beginning last time. And so in the spirit of moving forward, maybe doing something useful, this is the first day of the documentation. Well, it's not the first day. I've been keeping a little vlog of this journey as I prepare as a young adult or a younger woman to have a hip replacement. So it's happening tomorrow. I can tell you the viral stuff that you got to use for surgery. Wax picture with your hair, ladies. Particularly my hair. So, L'Oreal, because I'm worth it. Oh yeah. Yeah, so be prepared. Anyone having a hip replacement, it's lovely, the lovely stuff they ask you to rub everywhere. And I mean everywhere, apart from inside, but close enough. So this is it. I don't know what I weigh. I stopped weighing myself because quite frankly it's not pleasant. I don't self-identify as a skinny girl. I self-identify as a strong girl. For me, strong is the new skinny. This reminds me of the sick me that forgot to eat, that let stress eat her. And I've got myself into that horrible rut again. No, I haven't got myself. It's just a series of unfortunate fucking events. So be kind to yourself, Marina. Here I am again. So the one thing I really want to do is I want to show the hip. So here it is. So this bad boy. See the spiny bony bits. It's tomorrow, left side. Hello, love. You're all right. Good. This is the offending. So here's my last look at my pathetic, broken little hip. It's yeah, it's pretty good, that, isn't it? So, bye. So this is what I look like today. I'm gonna get a grip. Documented. Skinny girl. Tomorrow is the day that things are going to change for you. It's time. Hello, welcome. A different me today, just getting some fresh air in my garden. Welcome to the UK. Actually, the weather, September 30th, right? It's really nice. There are clouds, but surprisingly warm, so just enjoying some fresh air. Just wanted to sign off personally, as ever, to my videos and to thank you all for watching. Sincerely, I'm very grateful. Any comments, any feedback, yeah, it would be super helpful, please. Not to mention the old like and subscribe if you liked it. Just one more thing that I wanted to add is I really want this to be an all-inclusive journey, as I've said. So if you want to get fit and we want to get fit together, and a few of us want to get together and kind of I'll do some online stuff and share what I learned in the gym, and you'll probably see there's a visual in the intro about me doing stuff with water bottles. So I used to write a blog on that some years back. So if you want to have a go, just let me know and see if we can organise something online. But if nonetheless we can keep one another accountable, give each other support, share tips and stuff. So not that I'm an expert or unqualified, so I need to stress that in terms of personal training. But you know, I'm a person, you're a person. So yeah, let's get together. Take care now. Bye.